Matt Fry, not least, managing Ukrainian names quite beautifully. The prime-time US talk show, Piers Morgan Live, is now anything but, after it was unceremoniously axed after 3 years on air. The news network CNN is pulling the plug after ratings plummeted through the floor, barely attracting a couple of 100,000 viewers. Critics say that the former Daily Mirror editor simply failed to connect with American audiences, alienated by his talk of cricket and stricter gun controls. Katie Razzle has this.
I'm Piers Morgan.
It seems not enough Americans care who he is. That's the message from the US channel CNN, which has axed Piers Morgan's primetime talk show.
How many of my shows have you watched?
In the 3 years since this former newspaper editor took over from the acclaimed presenter Larry King, he's interviewed ex-presidents and pop stars, sometimes together.
But together, you know, we did this drop the dead thing. And
Though the impression should probably have been left to the professionals.
Well, I'm Irish, you know.
Bill Clinton, though, can't be blamed for the plummeting ratings, far worse than CNN's rivals. Analyst Nielsen said Piers Morgan Live averaged around 420,000 viewers last month. One show in February saw fewer than 300,000 people tuning in. For a man reportedly paid $6 million a year, that's a cost to CNN of $20 a viewer. In an interview for the New York Times, Morgan said, "It's been a painful period and lately we have taken a bath in the ratings. Look, I'm a British guy debating American cultural issues, including guns, which has been very polarising, and there is no doubt that there are many in the audience who are tired of me banging on about it."
So here is my position, loud and clear.
But bang on about it he did, after 26 children and 6 adults were shot dead at Sandy Hook Elementary School. His anti-gun stance certainly made lively television.
And you know something? It makes me sick.
But showing disdain for vast numbers of Americans and their right to bear arms didn't go down well.
1776 will commence again if you try to take our firearms.
This pro-gun campaigner got a petition going demanding Morgan be deported. More than 100,000 people signed it.
And ultimately, because he was picking fights with people on social media and made clear how he felt about the Second Amendment and gun rights, he was really turning off half of the American people as a potential audience. And so it's very hard to grow your audience when you're turning off your audience. And ultimately, I think that was his challenge.
So is it all about ratings and guns, or has Piers Morgan become toxic as the allegations about phone hacking during his time in charge of the Daily Mirror swirl? He was interviewed under caution by British police in December, but hasn't been charged with anything. His earlier testimony to the Leveson inquiry was described by the judge as utterly unpersuasive, though Leveson said the evidence didn't establish Morgan had authorised phone hacking. CNN says none of this influenced its decision. Never shy of expressing an opinion, Morgan may have regretted criticising the England cricket team recently. Australia's Brett Lee took him on in the nets in Melbourne, leaving him bruised and battered. Some critics have said Morgan's obsession with British pursuits like cricket and football alienated his American audience. They join a long line of Morgan detractors, like Top Gear presenter Jeremy Clarkson, who tweeted today how contented he was feeling. Morgan's own Twitter page states, "One day you're cock of the walk, the next a feather duster." But today's duster is still fighting, telling the gun lobby he isn't done, and tweeting how humbled he is to bring his critics such happiness. Morgan still has his ITV show. CNN is exploring other options for him, but one American at least is enjoying his demise.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Goodbye.
Piers Morgan falls to 1776.
Thanks, John.